as a collector, it's my passion to keep on collecting and expanding my collection. From either having every single Labyrinth pop, Star Wars memorabilia, or a figure that's from one of my favorite movies. Another thing that I'm really passionate about collecting is tattoos.
I became a tattoo artist because I've always been interested in art ever since I was in pre-K, kindergarten, all through grade school. And it actually kind of fell into my lap by accident working here. I started working in the front position and then I decided to apprentice and everything just kind of went, and I'm very thankful to be here.
So I've been drawing since I could pick up a pencil, and I've been drawing. I knew I wanted to do art in the end, but I didn't precisely know I wanted a tattoo. I just got really turned on to tattoo culture in high school, and I would spend like my free time doodling and looking at other artists for inspiration, and eventually my style started to pick up like a tattoo style in its own. So a lot of my friends started coming to me with designs and being like, can you draw this for me? I want to get this tattooed. And I would draw it for them, no problem. And then I went to college and a lot of my professors were saying, you know, your artwork really reflects the tattoo style. And I was like, okay, like that's really cool. So I started to look more into actually doing the profession, and then I brought my portfolio to the shop and everything sounded great and I just took off like that. So that's kind of how I started. My favorite tattoo that I've tattooed on somebody would be probably our piercer Jackie's flower on her arm. Any type of flower tattoo in general I love doing. Those are my favorite subjects, but she was the first one I got to do shading on, and that was really important to me, so thanks, Jackie.
As you know, as a kid, I love collecting things. And even at a young age, I had the urge to collect tattoos because after seeing them in movies and TV, I thought they were cool and I really wanted some. But you can't get a tattoo as a kid. So around 18, I asked my mom, can I get a tattoo? And she said, no, you're not allowed to get a tattoo. So I thought of many ideas of what tattoo she would actually say yes to. And it was a Lego skeleton with the British flag in the background because we love England. So for graduation, I got enough money to go get a tattoo. But we procrastinated and that didn't end up happening. A couple years after that, I went to a tattoo shop with a coworker to get her lip pierced. And while I was sitting and waiting, I saw a tattoo of a crazy horse head. And my best friend, his nickname is the Horse. So I sent him a picture, this is your first tattoo. And immediately he said, let's go. A couple weeks later, I get this tattoo with him, except I kind of lost that money that I got from graduation, so I stuck with just the simple Lego skeleton skull and crossbones.
So, my first tattoo was a long, long time ago when a certain friend of mine sent me a picture from the tattoo shop saying, hey, you should get this on your leg. And before I knew it, we were going to the tattoo shop to get the horse tattoo on my leg.
Well, my first tattoo that I ever had was my mom's rose, which is a rose on a rose.
My first tattoo was a penguin skateboarding. I got it because I love penguins and I longboarded a lot at the time, and I wanted to capture those elements of me.
So the meanings behind my tattoos are, with the Lego skeleton, I carried around a little Lego skeleton named Skinny Spooky. I loved skeletons as a little kid, and I loved Legos. So having the both of those mixed together was my favorite thing of all. So when I found this design of a skeleton, skull and crossbones, it was just perfect, and I had to have it. Tattoos are a part of me, and they're part of the person who gets a tattoo. And I just love the feeling of them, and I love the meaning behind it, each and every single tattoo that everyone gets. No matter what you get, a tattoo has a meaning, has a story. It's like that saying, a picture is worth a million words. A tattoo is worth a million memories.
A tattoo, to me, since it's a permanent thing that's going on your body forever, it really means a lot for me when it's something I've made, like I've designed myself, and especially now being able to put it on that person in general. But it just means to me that the person trusts me enough with this piece of art that they want partnered with them forever. Like, they can't get rid of that, so they must really care about it, and I care about that too. So that's what it means to me.
It means a mark on me forever of a situation or person or item or life that I cherish very deeply.
A tattoo means to me a couple different things. It could be a place in my life where I was, a special thought or memory to me. When I first got them, I just got them because I thought they were cool, and then I kind of built from there.
My second tattoo is a power symbol on my chest, which represents my love for technology and gaming, because it is an Xbox 360 power symbol. The meaning behind that was technology and gaming controlled my life, and I wanted that power above my heart. And so I went to the shop, got that done. Simple.
Weirdest tattoo that I've ever done would be, it's a three-headed elephant, and it represents a god in the Hinduism religion. And Tom, the client, wanted it to be super offensive because he has a collection of super offensive tattoos that like poke fun at each religion. And the temple that the elephant is sitting in is on fire, and the elephant's eyes are X'd out, and everything's just bloody, and it's a big massacred mess, and it's gonna go on his calf, and I'm actually super excited for it. It's gonna be a weird one.
My third tattoo is on my right thigh, and it is of a red lightsaber and a chainsaw crossing against each other. This signifies two of my favorite sagas, Star Wars and the Evil Dead series. I love those movies so much. I grew up with them, and they're just amazing. The artist did a really nice job by getting a pretty accurate of Darth Vader's lightsaber and Ash's chainsaw clashing against each other.
Not really regret, maybe like the placement a little bit, but I'm happy with all my tattoos. I would never cover up one of them.
I don't, especially because there's always like someone who's like, oh, that's really cool, and it kind of like, you know, makes all the like doubt kind of disappear, because it's like if I get somebody saying, hey, that's really cool, or man, like they like notice something that other people haven't, I'm like, I feel so justified.
I do have a definite tattoo that I regret, and it is my first tattoo that I got. I got it in a house in a shady neighborhood by a guy who was a Navy chef, which was probably already the wrong thing to do, and it didn't turn out right, and he had to redo it like 4 times.
My fourth tattoo is of 3 Pokeballs saying, gotta catch 'em all. 1 Pokeball is fire, 1 is grass, and the other is water, signifying the 3 starters that you pick in every single Pokemon game. I love Pokemon, I still play the games today, and I still collect the cards. So when I saw this design, I had to have it, and the artist did a really nice job adding the detail of the 3 elements around the balls.
Favorite tattoo is actually tied between 3, which would be my rib cage, which was supposed to hurt, but it didn't, and my NES controller and my octopus that's on my calf and my thigh.
I think I have 3 favorite tattoos. I have what I would call a mixture of, like, I don't know if you know the street artist Banksy, but I have a Banksy-inspired Rolling Stones tattoo on the side of my leg, and a portrait of Bela Lugosi as Dracula on my thigh. And then I also have a symbol on my back from one of my favorite books, Be Here Now, by Ram Dass.
Favorite tattoo is the start of my sleeve. I have Lord Ganesha tattooed sitting in a lotus flower.
My 5th tattoo is on my forearm, and it is Calvin falling through portals. This is a mixture between Calvin and Hobbes and the video game Portal. Calvin and Hobbes was one of the earliest comics I ever read, and ever since I've been reading and collecting comics. Now the video game Portal has a little bit deeper meaning. When I was going through a dark time in my life, I met someone and we bonded over the video game Portal. So whenever we're having a bad day, we would meet up, hang out, and just play Portal, which would just take us away from our problems in the real world and put us into this magnificent fantasy world that we can just get away from reality.
I want to get 2 psychic-type Pokemon playing chess with their psychic abilities, probably a Slowpoke because I am Slowpoke, very much so, and Gengar just because he's badass.
My next tattoo is going to be a Temptation of St. Anthony. It's a Salvador Dali piece. That's going to be covering most of my arm and my shoulder.
My next tattoo is going to be to work on my sleeve some more. I want to fill the whole sleeve with mandalas and like scientific botanical drawings mixed in with it.
Oh wow, I'm actually getting a few. I am a huge David Lynch fan, and I'm getting a blue rose, which I guess no one would get unless they know the series. But I'm getting a blue rose back here, and it's going to say Fire Walk With Me, which is one of my favorite films.
My 6th tattoo is on the back of my left leg, and it is of a rapier sword piercing through the 6 dice that you use in D&D. In the recent years, I've gotten into playing the role-playing tabletop game Dungeons & Dragons, and most of my characters use a rapier sword, so I thought it was appropriate for me to get the dice and the sword that I commonly use, which is a pretty badass sword. I don't plan on stop getting tattoos anytime soon. I have plenty more ideas to come, and the only thing that's stopping me is money. But I love the fact of getting a memory, a passion permanently on your body so you never forget who you are. And that's what tattoos are to me. They're another part of a collection, and they are a part of me. And every single one of them that I get has to do with what I love and what I'm super passionate for. And it seems like my tattoos also connected to my collection as well. For my love of Legos, Pokemon, Dungeons and Dragons, dice. Like, I'm just never gonna stop collecting, and I'm never gonna stop getting a tattoo. I like to live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah. Shaboom.